all you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke.
Yeah, hey, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king of apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empires fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear.
I am the danger.
Nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do.
He's heating up!
We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons.
You're insane, gold member!
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Come on, man. Ever served in a forward area?
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king?
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball!
Enough with this weight loss bullshit.
Take a step back and literally fuck your own face. Let's learn about getting healthy. Let me tell you something, Thunder Twat.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full normal.
The sun is
shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 20 hundo and ochenta of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 flexing on all you bitches.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina
All
wine
right,
mixer.
how are we doing, beaches? What's going on? What's the good word? Josh, we got Peaceful Bandit, we got Pedro, Maxwell, Bow. What is going on, Heather? How are we doing tonight? Make sure you drop a comment down below. What'd you smash today? We are live everywhere. If you don't know, check out all the links down below for SwoleNormousX.com to join the fam today. You can also make sure you check out those unlimited specials, those peak unlimited offers for Fuck Your Resolutions will be going soon. And not only that, you can download your copy of the 7 Pillars, but check out all the links for the live stream pages. If you're catching this on the podcast and you're like, how do I catch a live stream? You could find it on the app of your choice. Rumble, Odyssey, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We are everywhere. Check us out, www.thedailyswole.com. Fam, we got a great show today. I am super stoked. It is Swole Slut Saturday. So without further ado, let's drop in the comments, what did you smash today for Swole Slut Saturday? And we will get right into today's episode. We got a couple announcements after we bust this nut. So let's get into that tip, fam. Are you ready? Let's fucking go. Falcon, are you ready? Well, put some respect on it. Nice. That was nice.
USA, greatest country in the world.
That's a nice card. That's a nice card. Very nice card. Very nice card. It's a nice card. It is indeed. It is indeed. Drop it in the comments down below. Hashtag SwoleSlut for a chance to win today's Swole card. That is a beautiful one, Falcon. It looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. It really does look good. That being said, let's spit on it. Let's moisturize and get into that tip, shall we? Here we go, fam. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. Moist. It's cold outside. All right. So it's a beautiful card. Really nice. Very nice one. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. Hashtag SwoleSlut for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Now, before we get started, remember, we have an accountability meeting, a little bit of an update for the accountability meeting. Where is that? Did that picture disappear? My goodness. My goodness. Where'd it go? Why would I close that one? Let me see. 2 seconds. All right. We got accountability meeting this Monday, but there's a time change. There's a time change, and that's going to be 12 p.m. Eastern time. Let me make it a little smaller. So this Monday at 12 noon, that was our classic time. We're doing a live call, and you're going to have the opportunity, as we do in the roundtables, you're going to be able to call in and hold yourself accountable. So I want to take some success stories, things that you've been successful with this past week, and maybe you can lay yourself out on the line if you have something that you want to hold yourself accountable to this coming week. So get your week started off right with the SwoleFam. And when you join over there at SwoleNormousX, everyone gets access to these live calls, the accountability meetings. SwoleFam roundtables. You get access to all those private live streams. So mark your calendars. A little bit different. We went to 10 a.m. for a little bit, but now we're back to 12 noon this Monday, January 17th. So mark your calendars and we'll see you there. We will see you there. All right. And we were talking about, someone was saying about flags for P3S3. Now, we do have the new signature series. We're going to start talking about that every day pretty soon. I mean, because it's the 20 days out. So we have a 24-hour release where you can place your order for the second edition of the Papa Swolio signature series. So P3S2 will drop for 24 hours on the day of episode 2100. So we'll talk about that. But before we move into the first SwoleFam post, a reminder, we got the brand new flag that's up over there at papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off your order, and you can get the Swole Since Birth flag right there in the middle. That's a beautiful flag. That's a nice one. So that's a sick one. I can't wait to get mine in. But a lot of you have been hanging up. A lot of you already posted pictures of your SwoleFam and your 7 Pillars flag, which are fantastic. But there's a brand new flag you can hang as well. So check them all out over there at papaswolio.com and check out those brand new flags. All right, let's get into the first SwoleFam post. Here we go. What's in the box?
Come on, man.
Quiet, Brandon. Jesus Christ. All right, Ana Luisa, what's going on? We got a nice plate of, is that steak and sweet potatoes? She writes, first time making grass-fed steak, but not the last. Decided to put honey, like mentioned, honey on the steak? No way. And it's good. May need to save up just to buy some more steaks. LOL. Once you go grass-fed steaks, it's really hard to go back. Good for you. Good for you. Looking good. Oh my God. Jen, what is going on with your legs? Let's see. This is what 5 solid days of jujitsu looks like. Look at all those bruises. Ouch. Yeah, well, that's normal. That's normal. You're going to get banged up if you do grappling like that. We went hard all week. My other leg is about the same, and let's not even mention my arms. Capped off my week of training this morning with some intense rolls after class with the ladies. I had a few hiccups this morning, but it's FEF, so there's no time for BS. Week 2 of Swole season is also coming to a close, and I feel freaking great. Get after it, fam. Jen's crushing it. Oh, Jen crushing it. Jen making some sick of fucking gains. God, doing jits, and you're doing Swole season right in the middle of Swole season? My God. Jen, my body is bruised and banged up, but it's been fun. How is it doing the, it's not too much? You're not training too much or too often or too hard? It's a good match with Swole season. Hopefully that keeps up, because definitely it can be a challenge to lift and do jiu-jitsu just because of the submissions and like all those extreme joint angles and positions you get into. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. As long as you're recovering enough, that's great. All right. We got a post here from Jim. Jim writes, hey guys. So I've been thinking about switching my program up and going from a push-pull legs to an upper-lower 4 times a week, but I think that I might want to split my body up differently than the normal way. I want to hear your thoughts. Oh, we talked about this. I answered this a little bit in the Telegram chat, so we'll do it again here. I'm thinking chest, back, and biceps, and legs, shoulders, and triceps. But I also have a question. I saw some sample programs, and the progression scheme is confusing. What sample programs are you referring to? In X, or because those are very straightforward, or you mean some other sample programs? Because we don't do samples per se. So I'm just curious what programs you're referring to. Should I do the same workout twice or differently each day? I mean, like squats twice a week seems too much. It's definitely not. It really depends on your volume. So I'm not sure. There's a lot of questions here that I would want the answer to. I don't know how long you've been lifting, what your goals are. Changing your program for what's the purpose? That's it. What's the purpose of the program? I can't really give you advice. I don't recall. I gave advice in the Telegram chat, but I can't really give advice based on not knowing anything else. So changing something for the sake of changing it, it doesn't mean that you're getting something better out of it. Push-pull legs, is fine. Upper and lower is great. I mean, it depends on what kind of results you're expecting to get. I mean, 4 times a week is a little bit on the light side, honestly, if you're more advanced with training, but it depends on what kind of overload you're doing. 4 times a week is, I mean, if you're doing push-pull legs, so that's 3, are you only doing 3 days in the week, or are you repeating push-pull legs after a couple days? One thing that you don't want to get stuck on, and I'll leave it here, It's a 7-day week, but that's very arbitrary. So life is linear. It's not really day 1 again. It's day 9, or it's day 8, right? So if you start a program, it's like day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's Sunday, and then Monday is not day 1 again. It's really day 8. In other words, not everything has to fit within 1 week. Does that make sense? You can do push-pull legs, take 2 days off, and then do push-pull legs again. And yeah, it's going to run over. It's going to be, let's say, 3 days on, 2 days off, 3 days. So it's 8 days, but you don't have to stick on a 7-day cycle. That's really arbitrary. Understand? So as long as you're getting, in other words, the volume that you can put your body through and the overload can only be accomplished based on how well you recover. So think of your programming as recovery based, and then you train as frequently as you can with the overload that you are able to recover from effectively. So if you were, Jim, only doing 3 days a week of training, then doing 4 days a week is an improvement. Push-pull legs isn't necessarily my favorite. What I've been liking doing generally myself is doing upper and lower body. I like doing an upper body day and a lower body day. And what I do is just change what I focus on. So sometimes like my upper body day will just be chest and back mostly compound movements. I'm doing pull-ups, or I'm doing rows, or I'm doing T-bar rows, or I'm doing seal rows. I'm doing lat pull-downs, something like that, or straight arm pull-downs. For chest, I'm doing dips. I'm doing some kind of dumbbell or barbell press or incline press or something like that, right? Hold on. All right. I don't know why there's fireworks. Okay. Making sure there weren't gunshots or something. So anyway, is it like some kind of event? Maybe it's just local. Is something going on today? What is it? Firework, January 15th? Nothing. Okay. Let's see. What was I saying? So on the next upper body day might be a little bit more of an arm day. Maybe I'll do 1 or 2 exercises, one for chest, one for back, but it'll be mostly, let's say, shoulders and other accessories on that day. So I kind of like going upper, lower, and just mixing up what I do on that upper day or on that lower day. So lower body, for example, lower body would be maybe a day where it's more glute and hamstring focused, posterior chain, and then another leg day where it's mostly quads, where I will do things like elevated squats. I'll do maybe Bulgarian split squats with my heel elevated, do something that's more quad focused, more sissy squats. I'll do maybe, for example, like belt squats. I'll do a leg day that's more quad focused. So, yeah. Just some thoughts. So in terms of a split where you're doing chest, back, and biceps, and legs, shoulders, and triceps, for me, that's too much. I'm not a big fan of doing large groupings because that's not upper and lower body. You're doing like lower body with upper. So chest, back, and biceps, and legs, shoulders, and triceps. That sounds like 2 days. So you're not doing upper, lower, you're doing a total body workout. So in other words, I think you need to explain a little bit more and get into it a little bit more. All right. So good post, good comment, good context. We can continue that if you want to ask some questions live based on that. But we need a little more information. What's your goal? That's really what pillar number 3 is, training. And pillar number 3, if we bring it up here. So take a look. Of course, you could download your copy over at swolenormousx.com. Pillar 3, training. Pursue a training protocol designed for your specific needs. So when you are applying any kind of program, in other words, the outcome is going to be dependent on what kind of stress you put your body under. If you want to improve your cardiovascular capacity, you need to train that way. If you want to get shredding, get abs, and lose body fat, and you start going running all the time, well, that's not the answer. So in other words, what do you want the outcome to be? And a lot of people don't know. They just want to be healthier, or I want to be in better shape. Well, that's vague. What do you want to look like? What do you want to have? Okay, you want to build muscle? Then you need to do a bodybuilding type program to build muscle if you want to focus on that. You want more mobility? Then you need to, add in mobility. I mean, some programs can hit off a couple things. Like our programming focuses on strength and building muscle and endurance, but also we have yoga and mobility, tied in throughout. But just make sure that you understand the training protocol matters. You can't just do anything and get any results. So what Jim didn't let us know is like what he's trying to accomplish. So we need to know what actually you're trying to do, and then we can help you out with that a little bit better. All right, let's get into the next post. We got one here from Josh. What up?
What's in the box?
Hey, Cerny, feeling better. Good for you. Glad to hear it. Post here from Josh. Crushed an arms volume workout this morning with a bunch of extra forearm work added in at the end. Last day of Swole season, week 9, only my 5th time through the program. Hands down, my favorite, even with the little bit of extra torture you sneak in there every once in a while. Thank you for all of it for the community. Hope you had a damn good night last night, sir. Why, thank you so much. Absolutely, Josh. Glad to hear you're crushing it. Arms volume. Great workout. And one more from Mike. The flags are hung in the Swole hole. Looking boss. That's what I'm talking about, baby. So if you're just listening, we got a picture of Mike and his wall. Got the 7 pillars. Got the SwoleFam flag. Looking fire. Man, those look great. I love seeing those pictures. Absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. All right. So a reminder, check us out. The links down below for special offers for unlimited memberships, swolenormousx.com/FYR. That page will be closing soon, so don't miss out on the best specials of the year to go unlimited. Check that out. We'll take some questions now. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio in the live chat down below for a chance to be featured. And we'll take the first SwoleFam
What's in the box?
Not SwoleFam post. The first question. Reminder, hashtag SwoleSlut. It is SwoleSlut Saturday. Let's take the first question and see what we got from 72 donkeys. 72 donkeys. Best advice for somebody without access to a gym. Well, what do you have access to? What do you have access to is a better question, because a lot of people don't have access to a gym, but they have access to a park. They have access to weights and stuff at home. My best advice is to, well, if you don't have access to a gym, you can create your own gym with a lot of different devices around the house. You can purchase weights and check out Facebook Marketplace and offer up, and Craigslist for people selling weights. Go to a local gym and be like, hey, are you selling any old equipment? If you don't have money like that, you can practice yoga for free, meditation for free, do calisthenics and bodyweight exercises for free. You know, pull-up bars are very inexpensive. If you bought one for your doorway or you hung it up outside, if you have access to a tree or something like that, or you can go to a park and do pull-ups. You can do inverted rows under a table. There's all sorts of ways that you can train. You know, get some parallettes and you can practice bodyweight exercises and kind of like gymnastic type movements. So there's a lot of different options. So I like to know, for example, how much money you have to invest in some equipment. You can get a TRX, you can get a pair of rings, you can get a pull-up bar. You can get a lot of stuff. So it depends on, like, this is kind of a question, again, that would be great having live. If you have a little bit of money, just to make this question more general, the best thing that you can get, if you only have a couple $100 or something to buy equipment, get a kettlebell or two. That's really your best bang for your buck. Get a yoga mat, get a couple kettlebells, get maybe some bands, pull-up bar, something like that. You'll be set. You'll be really set. That's a great place to start. Let's see, Tyler, would beef liver be beneficial before bed? I mean, I like it earlier in the day because it's great nutrient density. It makes me feel great, gives me energy. So I usually don't like to have it too late in the day. I had some a little while ago because I had to cut some more liver up. So, but that's not like right before bed. I will be going to sleep relatively soon. After the show, I'm going to sauna and cold plunge and stuff like that, wrap it up. But, I mean, it's beneficial, period. But if you could have it before bed, you could also have it earlier in the day, can't you? So I would recommend having it earlier. I mean, it's great that you're getting it, period, though. Let's see. Trace, how do you recommend training for high altitudes? I'm going to Peru in a few months. I thought about hiking some of the mountains near me, but they're a third of the elevation of Cusco. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to mimic that. I haven't really done anything with elevation masks and doing those altitude masks. I'm not sure how effective those are, but you might want to be practicing some breath work and stuff like that. You know, a lot of times doing training at those altitudes is hard unless you're actually training at those altitudes, because your body actually produces more red blood cells, so you can carry more oxygen. That's why you acclimate after, you know, a few to several days, a week or two usually. Same thing with Olympics. Olympics, you know, athletes usually go to a place. If there's a higher altitude, they go there a couple weeks ahead of time to acclimate to the environment. I'm not sure if there's any other methods in terms of breath work or doing like, hold your breath and do certain things. I'm not really too sure. Yeah, I don't really know how. My point is with an altitude mask, I don't know if most of the time those things are bullshit. I just don't know if it's going to be even marginally beneficial. Let's see. What's a good company for yoga mats? Is rubber foam or cork better? A good place is Zen. Is it Zen Life? Check out Zen Life by Gosa Project. It's a weird name. Those are great mats. I can put a link in the Telegram chat. I forget exactly if that's it, but I think they have some specials going on right now, but they're great mats. We have like 4 or 5 of them. They're great. I'll have to, you have to remind me. I'll post a link. You might be able to find it just based on what I said. Nick, did you know that asking a woman to work in with her on a machine at the gym is equal to sexual harassment now? Well, it's definitely not. So I don't know what your story is behind that, but that certainly is not harassment. It's definitely not sexual harassment. Let's see. Peaceful Bandit made a fresh batch of bone broth today. Great to drink after shoveling snow on Monday. Big storm coming. Very nice. Stay safe. All right, let's take another question or two. We'll take a couple more questions. 5 a.m. Karki, 16, 185 pounds. How much protein should I take daily? At the moment, I take around 50 to 100. You take or you eat? Please don't be eating all your protein with shakes. It depends. Whoever the Karki or Karki, 5 a.m. It's a cool name. We'll call you 5 a.m. Depends on if you're training. Like if you're lifting hard, are you trying to put on muscle? Like what are you trying to accomplish? You could probably do a little bit more than that. 100 to 100 and 140, 150 is probably fine. But I mean, at 16, are you lifting already? I'm assuming you are because you're following my page asking a question on Instagram. So that's going to depend on the person. But, you don't necessarily have to eat a gram per pound of body weight. It really depends on all your other habits and what you're doing and your training output. So it's going to vary. Like it's hard to figure out exactly what's optimal. You can try it and see like what you actually need. If you're trying to build muscle, you should be in like a slight caloric surplus or like around maintenance, but higher protein, less carbs. You want to put on size. What you have to do is overload your body. So you're pushing towards failure within a couple reps of failure. You're slowly increasing the volume and your intensity of training, the frequency of training. You're getting proper sleep. You're keeping your body in a state where it has the building blocks it needs to repair the muscle. So by putting the constant stress on your body in the gym, lifting weights, the adaptation for certain protocols like training within like 6, 12, 15 repetitions, pushing yourself towards failure, being consistent with that, sleep and otherwise, your body is going to need to adapt. And it's going to need to adapt because you're putting stress on the muscles regularly. And with that type of training protocol, your muscles will increase in cross-sectional area and diameter, and your body will use the tools that you're consuming, being it the food and the protein and stuff like that, and the nutrients, vitamins, and minerals, and rebuild muscle tissue bigger, stronger, thicker. And that way you actually get bigger. And that's how you do it. In other words, you're giving your body the fuel it needs to adapt. So you put your body under stress and your body is like, whoa, if you're putting your body under stress regularly, be at the gym, it's going to say, all right, we need to build these muscles so we can handle this kind of stress. We're in an environment that puts a lot of force on us. So we need to get stronger and bigger and in order to handle this stress. Oh, good that we have all this protein here. We can rebuild muscle tissue. Good that we have these vitamins and minerals and these organ meats and X, Y, and Z. Let's see. Bow. Papa Swolio for the pistol squat. I can now go all the way down, but I'm stuck there and I can't get back up. Would you have any suggestion on how I can train to be able to do it? The pistol squat. Are you doing on a flat surface? You can elevate your heel. You might like that a little bit better. You can go low and maybe use like a band or use something you can hold on to and kind of work through that sticking area. Or do you do it with like your shoe on or a flat foot? You might want to try like elevating your heel a little bit. Try elevating your heel and see if you still get stuck. You'll actually get more knee flexion out of it. kind of work through that sticking point. You can spot yourself and work through that and control on the way down. Let's see. Did you see that Rio moved 1% of its treasury reserves to Bitcoin? I didn't know if that happened already. I did see that. I think they said they were going to, or they were thinking about that. I don't know if it officially actually happened yet. Oopsies. Okay. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. I'm skipping a bunch of these questions because they're terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna skip all of these. These suck. All right, let's move on to, those were just bad. A couple of them were like, best way to motivate yourself for cardio. Oh, stop. What BCAA to take? What is your training routine? We just kind of talked all about that. All right, it's all right. It's okay. We'll move on. That was good. Got a bone. I'll take one more from Tyler. Not a question, but my video on TikTok got removed for showing too much skin and muscles. Apparently, it's okay for girls to show off. People getting banned for all sorts of things. I got banned from leaving comments. I could still post videos, but I got banned. I posted a video today, and then I went to, this morning, I posted a video, and then I went to comment on, like, respond to someone that said you've been blocked, community guidelines. So I went into my account to see what it was, and it was because I commented on some chick's video. It's some, like, girl. I mean, she was, I don't know, early 20s or whatever. She's making a video like morning coffee, and she took a glass and put like fucking caramel syrup all over it, poured in some sludge, like some cold brew, poured in a ton of like cream and all this other shit. And I literally typed in the comments, I said, that's disgusting, FFS, which means for fuck's sake. But I didn't say anything. It's like putting what the fuck. It doesn't really mean what the fuck. It's not really aggressive. It's kind of like WTF. It's like, what the fuck? But it was disgusting. It was disgusting. It was my opinion. There's no reason. So it got flagged. I guess someone blocked it like, oh my God, you're such a mean person. It's disgusting. You're literally drinking complete sugar, garbage trash first thing in the morning. It's the fucking worst thing. I don't care if you look cute and you're not fat now. It's still destroying the inside of your body. It's terrible what people do to themselves. It's awful. Yeah. Let's see here. Jay, what exercise would you recommend to build a vertical jump? Good question. I never really tried to build a vertical jump. I would recommend things like really strengthening your knees. For me, I like standing leg curls. I have much more spring in my step working your anterior tibialis, doing like toe raises or using a tib blaster. Nordic curls are fantastic. Doing deep lunges, really strengthening your knees. And if you definitely explosive training, definitely explosive work like plyometrics and such. But those are some good strength training exercises to really build strength around your ankle and your foot and also your knee, which is extremely important. Yeah, that was a soda. Reasonable alternative. Last question. What's the best food to help with recovery? Feeling lethargic after a workout? You just worked out. You just did your exercise. Are you getting quality sleep every night? There is no best food to help with recovery, but I definitely recommend you look into our content. Eating, let's say, grass-fed organ meats are fantastic for vitamins and minerals. Get plenty of water after your workout. Make sure I don't know what the rest of your habits are like. Feeling lethargic if you just exercised, you're going to be a little bit fatigued. I mean, people that are like, I have so much energy after a workout. I don't think you worked out hard enough. I don't think you really worked out properly. You're not supposed to have like tons of energy after a workout. You fucking just worked out. But like, what are you normally eating? Getting that a little bit. I don't like just to tell people, here's what you eat, because there really is no one food that's good for recovery. But knowing what you're currently doing, I can give you some suggestions for an improvement, because I'm sure there's a lot of things we can work on, because I've never seen you post here before. Heather, will drinking bone broth have the same benefits and assistance to help heal your gut no matter when you drink it during the day, or does it need to be first thing in the morning only? I'm not aware if there's a different benefits during different times, but bone broth, I think, is great when you're more on like an empty stomach, just in general. I just like it. I don't like necessarily drinking bone broth when I'm full. I would try it, see when you feel best with it, but the fact that you're consuming it and getting that collagen, proline, and glycine is really good for your gut. So as long as you're getting it. I mean, if you don't feel good drinking in the morning, then don't drink in the morning. I've never said you have to drink it first thing in the morning, though, did I? I'm probably going to have some tonight. I just have so much bone marrow. I haven't had broth in a while. I still have a few in the freezer, but I need to make some more. All right, let's see here. Let's go balls deep. Let's go balls deep.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's deep.
Holy shit. That is some shit. Okay. Well, guess what, fam? We got some balls deep content. Are you ready? Come on now. Come on now.
He's heating up.
I'm ready to go on fire. Come on. You ready? You ready? You ready to get into some of this shit? Okay. A new study from Cardiff University. No one knows where that is. The study was on 43 women, and they were asked to rank men's faces with different items covering them. And the study found that 43 women, talk about a bullshit study. 43 women were asked a question. This is stupid on its face. Ready for this? The study found that men with blue medical face masks were the most attractive. Really?
What the fuck is that?
You don't fucking say, huh?
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
We find the soy boy beta cucks the most attractive. People wearing face masks are deemed to be more attractive than when they have nothing covering their faces. That's because they're probably ugly. Oh, you have pretty eyes. You move your face mask. You're like, put it back on. Put it back on. 43. What a great study. What a great study. 43 women. Wow, you really went hard on that one. Must be 100%. Where's Cardiff University? Is it Britain? This is from the Daily Mail, so it might be Britain. Cardiff sounds like. Oh yeah, you look hot, bro. You look so good. You look so good. It looks like Charlie from Always Sunny. If I don't know, if he was like desiccated. It looks like Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia if he was put like in a container of rice and like silica packets for like 6 months and then taken out and then has a mask on. Nice face diaper, bro. Okay, you're so much more attractive. So now it's a style thing, right? Now it's a style thing. Like, look at all my polka dot mask. My polka dot mask is so sexy. All the girls love my eyes. Yeah. Time for a diaper change. Jesus Christ, Trace. I didn't know they had the internet in Wales. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to talk like this from now on. Did you see the pictures? I don't know if those were real or a meme. The kids in the band that were playing the instruments, but they had a mask and they had like a slit cut out. Is that real? That's got to be real. People are that stupid. They were wearing a mask and they had like a slit cut out of the center and they were playing the saxophone. It was like a high school thing. How many of you saw that? That was going around. It could be a meme, but it's so ridiculous. It's like, that's got to be true. It's got to be true. I don't have the image here. It was someone with a saxophone. It was some like 12-year-old with a saxophone. He had a mask on and there was like a hole in the center. It's like, what the fuck is that doing? You're literally blowing shit out the fuck. This virus escaped from a level 4. Has anyone here seen, come on, let's go back. I know Pedro's seen it. How many of you have seen Outbreak? The movie Outbreak. Okay. How many of you have ever seen what a level 4 lab looks like? How many of you have seen those things? Just gonna leave this here. How many of you have seen what a level 4, a biohazard level 4 lab looks like? Okay. It's the most hardcore shit. Level 4. I believe that's the top one. That's like the most secure, secure, obviously not secure enough, the most safety protocols. Okay. the shit gets out. I'm not saying it was released intentionally. No, okay. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. It's not that unheard of, honestly. But if it escaped, quote unquote, from a level 4 lab, you think that little cloth diaper that's not even sealed is going to block anything? We already know that it's not. We already know that it doesn't really work that well. If it does, it's so marginal, you don't even notice it. All these places where people are super masked up and super vaccinated, spreading like crazy. Obviously, it's not doing what people would have hoped it does. Okay? Leaving the politics and the emotion aside, it's obviously not as effective as it, people would have liked, which means it's not really working that great. I hope everyone's doing well, but come on. If it gets out, if it got around that, you think it can get around like, oopsies? Oh no, it just got in. Oh no. Look at this guy. Look how well that's sealed. Look how well that's sealing. Look at that. Oh, that's custom. That's custom. Look at that fucking gap right there on the left. Look at all the wrinkles, all the gaps around by his nose and his eyes. It's just, not to mention the actual holes in the mask itself are too big. Like, it just goes right through that shit. If you can breathe through it, you're going to get the virus through it. Like, I don't think people really, come on. How many people actually use their heads? How many people actually think? Like, you're breathing through it easily. I mean, it's not easy at all. It's like horrific breathing through a fucking mask. In any way, at any rate, look, that's not going to fix your diabetes. We've been talking about it for years, right? Ever since this shit started. It's not going to stop your diabetes, whether it's a mask or a vaccine, or it's not going to stop your terrible habits. Just take care of yourself and go back to your life. But you have to take care of yourself, right? All the stuff we talk about every day. I thought that was funny, though. 43 women, the majority like men in blue masks. Holy shit. Can we, all right, let's go back to that for a second. If this is what, I know it's 43 women that eat way too much soy. Come on. I know this is what Shutterstock, come on, look. You want that? You want a man with that on? I guess because it makes chicks think that they're dating a doctor. Everyone's a fucking doctor. Everyone acts like a fucking doctor now, that's for sure. Everyone acts like, not even everyone acts like a doctor. Everyone acts like you're fucking doctor. Do what you want. Do what you want. Fucking do what you want. For God's sake, let people make their own choices for health. Thank you. Look, I don't take anyone's advice for what I should eat what I should eat. No one cares if you eat fucking McDonald's or Burger King every day. But take the shot, because then it's going to protect everyone. Stop being a fat, lazy fuck. Stop eating fast food and drinking soda every fucking day. Please take care of your health. Stop pretending that you're protected. You're not. You're still sick as shit. All right, fitness spaces. This is a weird color, but fitness spaces should not have fitness challenges. It's ignorant to think daily movement is good for all bodies. Holy shit. No, it's not. Daily movement is actually intended for all bodies. All bodies should be moving. Bodies that are unable to move every day are bodies that didn't move enough until the point that they can't move anymore. It's ignorant to think everyone can or should work out for the same set period of time. Who's ever said that? Who's ever said that? Everyone should work out for the same set period of time. Who the fuck has said that? Who's ever said that? Everyone used to work out for 60 minutes every day. God, getting everyone to work out for 5 minutes would be a massive improvement. Encouraging everyone to move X amount or reach the same goals can be triggering and dangerous. I can't even. What does that even mean? Challenges encourage comparison to others, fuel insecurities, and lead to disordered behavior. Or they give someone a challenge in their life because there are no challenges. You don't have to hunt for food. You don't have to look for shelter. You barely have to move. You can just do everything from your computer if you work at an office somewhere. You're barely doing anything. People need a fucking challenge. That's why they're looking to all these social justice issues to rah, and to get behind something because they have no fucking purpose in their life. They're tired and they're blown out. Their mind is blown out from social media. They're overstimulated. They have too much ease of everything. They have no purpose. They don't really have any true knowledge. They just were literally vomited into for 20 years in school and just brainwashed. They were told what to think. They weren't given any tools to actually acquire information or knowledge and learn. They're just like, oh, I'm not being fed anymore. They're not actually, these people, these adult children are not, they don't have any tools to survive in the world. Whatever the world looks like, a digital world, they're not able to survive. They can't handle having conversations or shit talking on the internet. It's like, my God. Anyone that grew up with the internet really has that locked down. If you grew up with the internet, I grew up with it. How come some people are just like, I don't care what people say online? And other people are like, oh my God, I get so offended. I think it's just how you're raised, because I grew up with the internet and it used to be so much worse. Now it's like nice. People are nice online in comparison to the way it used to be. I think it's just people that played video games. Right? If you played video games and you game online, I mean, this isn't like you just get those chat rooms, like those Halo 2 rooms, talk about at the beginning. Woof. Oof. Man, you played Halo 2 online or like those early multiplayer games. Yikes. Talk about like every slur you can imagine. That was standard. All right, here we go. We have an umbrella. We have the health at every size approach. It's an umbrella. And this umbrella is protecting you from the weather. It's protecting you. It's protecting intuitive eating, gentle nutrition. You don't want that. I want that like rapist nutrition. I want that savage nutrition. I want that just like fucking warrior nutrition. I want gentle nutrition. Mindful eating, the non-diet approach. Flexible eating in response to internal regulation. What the fuck does that mean? Is that another name for intuitive eating? Isn't that what intuitive eating is? Isn't intuitive eating, does that redefine intuitive eating? Intuitive eating is flexible eating in response to internal regulation. Isn't that what intuitive eating is supposed to be? Just listing the same thing twice with two different names. Mindful eating, intuitive eating. Isn't intuitive eating also mindful? Aren't you being mindful of your eating because you're eating intuitively? Because you're being mindful of it? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I feel like this could be narrowed down to two things. And the lightning. So there's lightning bolts above this umbrella. Fat phobia is a lightning bolt. Diet culture is a lightning bolt. And war on obesity, got to put an asterisk over that E too, is a lightning bolt. Let me ask you a question, fam. How many umbrellas can block lightning? How many umbrellas? It's attracting. You're attracting fat phobia. You're attracting the war on obesity. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign. If you are offended by the word obesity, man, are you a huge pussy. I'll say that over and over again as much. If it's your first time listening to this show, welcome. They'll get you up to speed. If you're putting an asterisk over a word, you are a huge pussy. Obesity is a term because people are so fucking fat, it's medically damaging. People have gotten so fucking fat because you're eating so much goddamn food, so much trash, that it's actually a medical condition because it's so consistently killing people all over the country and the world, increasingly more and more. But it's so offensive. Why is it offensive? Because that's you? Because you are obese? Oh, I don't want to know that I'm going to die soon because I'm unhealthy. Let me just put an asterisk. Now it says obesity. Now it says obesity. If you're offended by that, you can go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
I take great pleasure in telling you to go fuck yourself. If you're a sensitive pussy, you can go fuck yourself. Not the right place. If you're listening to this podcast or you're watching this, you're not going to be here too much longer anyway. So if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. We got a couple videos. We got time for a couple, one or two maybe. We got a couple here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this, fam. Let's do this. Drop a number between 1 and 5. 1 and 5. What do we got?
What's in the box?
1 and 5. Drop in the comments. Take a couple of videos. Let's see what we got here. 1 or 2. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. And if you're new to this section, I don't watch these ahead of time. I don't know what they're going to be. I know they're going to make me want to punch myself in the dick, but I don't know exactly what they're going to be. 4, 2, 3, 3, 5, 4, 3, 3, 5, 4, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2. I see a couple threes. I'm seeing more threes. Let's chalk this one up to Maxwell. All right, Elijah. Let's see. Number 3. I see a couple threes. That stands out to me. All right, number 3. We'll blame it on you. This one's called... Oh, yeah. I saw this on TikTok. I thought it was funny. It's called a fry on a plane. Check this out. All right, wait. There's no text on the screen, right? Okay, so you're not going to know what the hell's going on. Okay, if you're just listening to that, let me just play it again. I'll just pause the freeze frame. I think the video had the text and the caption. So a lot of times the text will be on the screen. So this guy is on a plane recording someone else on the plane, and he just has a fry in his mouth on a plane. So if you don't know, you are like the airline Nazis. You have to wear a mask all the time, unless when you're eating. So this guy kept a fry in his mouth the entire time. He was on for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, so he didn't have to wear a mask. Just kept a French fry in his mouth, like dangling it there. I think that's fucking hysterical. I think the rule is stupid. The rule is so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, if you're that afraid, don't go anywhere. You're going to get it. You're going to get, like, enough of this idiocy. So he had a fry in his mouth the whole time. I thought that was funny. Okay. Good one. Good one, dude. Good one. So he just kept a fry in his mouth. Just kind of like moving around like a toothpick. All right. So I thought that was funny. All right, we got 4 more. Let's do a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. What do we got here? What do we got? Drop it in the comments.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Let's see what we got here. We got a couple more coming.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
The tyrannical tuck. Can some trans person or cross-dressing, whatever you do, anyone, I'm afraid to Google it. I feel like the FBI is going to, if I look up tyrannical tuck, I feel like the FBI, I'm going to have to turn on my VPN before I do that. I feel like the FBI will be knocking on the door in 5 minutes. Mr. Swoleo. We saw, it was brought to this IP that someone was searching tyrannical tuck. The tyrannical tuck, or maybe that's what, I'm not going to say. All right, let's see. 2, 1, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2. We got 4s. We got 4s across the board. All right. Kashina's leading the 4 team. Let's see what we got here. All right. Scapegoat Kashina. Love blaming Kashina. Yeah, don't Google it. The tyrannical tuck. I don't know. Yeah. This is called Oh Yes. This is probably some show that's from the UK. This was just gross. It's part 1, but it was just gross. Check this out.
Like walking into here, there's nothing in here that's like, oh yeah, I might want to try that. I've tried.
This is like a clip on TikTok from a Vice show. Some of you might have seen this. I don't watch Vice. Vice is trash. But the caption says, this guy has only eaten mac and cheese for the past 17 years. Only eaten mac and cheese. And this is him walking through like a supermarket being like, this food looks gross. I only eat garbage.
Like walking into here, there's nothing in here that's like, oh yeah, I might want to try that. I've tried celery. I threw that shit up instantly.
Well, celery's gross.
I don't want to say I'm addicted to mac and cheese, but because it sounds so weird, but like my body won't let me eat anything else. I didn't choose to be like this. Why do they have so many broccolis, you know? Do you eat the bush? I never would have chosen to be like this. Looking at that, there's like...
You can tell this guy's never eaten the bush.
I'd rather have random chemicals than knowing that, like, I gotta drain the blood out of my meat. Ew. I'm actually, like, serious. Like this is a problem. It's weird for me to think of eating any food that's not yellow. My name is Austin, and for the past 17 years, I've eaten almost nothing but mac and cheese.
Oh...
This is my go-to pan, and I don't really like to deviate. There's another pan that my grandma sometimes uses, but like if a different pan gets used, like I can tell. I try to keep everything super specific, so that way stuff just stays
This
the
guy's
same.
hardcore OCD.
I'm 20 years old, and I live in Keystone Heights, Florida. It's a backwater, for sure. Everyone was kind of the same, and if you were any different than the norm, it was super weird.
All right, this is a weird video. I don't want to watch this is a long clip.
I like seeing it. It's kind of crazy. All stacked up like that. Kind of puts it into perspective. Just a week supply of mac and cheese at all times.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I don't think I've ever really met anyone who said, oh, I don't like mac and cheese.
Like an adult?
I love this cheese, man. This is some good ass cheese. This is what normal.
All right, we get it. We get it. This guy fucking doesn't. We get it. All right, we get it. We get it. Enough. We get it. He eats mac and cheese, and, you know, now he's on a Vice little TV show, and that's his claim to fame. I had a little documentary made about me because I'm a nasty bitch. Gross. If you're just listening, that guy looked terribly unhealthy, and shocker, right? Shocking. Okay. We got one more video. Let's do one more video. We got a number 1, a number 2, or a number 3. What do we got? Hashtag Swole Slut for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll do one more video. Hashtag Swole Slut for a chance to win. Look at that sexy Tessie. Looking good. Ooh. You're looking good, Tess. Looking good. We got a 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. We got a bunch of 2s. I'm going 2. All right. Nick, Trace, Heather. Heather's going to lead the team. Lead the 2 team. Who does number 2 work for? I'm
funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
All right. This one's called Fat Phobia is Not About Health.
If you ask someone why they think being fat is bad and they tell you it's because it's unhealthy, immediately stop listening to anything else they have to say.
You heard him, fam. You heard her. You have to stop listening to anything I have to say. I'm going to play that again because I don't know. I like to reiterate. I like to remind myself what stupid sounds like. That way it just makes me feel better about myself. So this is a selfish replay.
If you ask someone why they think being fat is bad and they tell you it's because it's unhealthy, immediately stop listening to anything else they have to say.
I think that goes the opposite. Let's hear what she has to say.
Cultural fat phobia predated any medical argument against body size. This bias influenced doctors' thinking and affected all the advice they gave patients and all the research that was published.
The vast majority of people that are obese have terrible health outcomes and they die younger. So what are you talking about? Especially with COVID, for example. So that just brings it to the current situation. Like if you're not healthy, you're going to have complications. So be healthy. Take your vitamin D, exercise regularly, eat your organ meats, get your vitamins and minerals, get plenty of sleep. Like do what no one's telling you to do. Do the right things. Take care of your health. How about that?
If you don't believe me, Google the obesity paradox.
No, I'm not going to. What's it called? Realistic recovery. So anyone that's ever had like an eating disorder or anyone that's ever had like some kind of like identity splitting thing that they've been dealing with or they got diagnosed with, anyone just, even if they're not obese, they can just come on here and just like, anyone that says being fat is just wrong. They're just a mean person. Just look up the obesity paradox. I can look up flat earth too, Mochamba. I can look up flat earth. I can Google a lot of things. Just Google obesity paradox. Why don't you Google flat earth? Why don't you Google hollow earth? Why don't you Google tree earth? Why don't you Google, I don't know, like string theory? Google anything. There's a lot of cool shit out there. There's a lot of really weird shit. There's a lot of incorrect shit. So I'm not gonna Google search your ass backwards ideology. No, I can Google Scientology, but then I'd just be stupider. Okay. I'm not going to Google obesity paradox. If you're obese, you're going to die younger. You're going to put yourself at risk for heart disease and metabolic syndrome and diabetes and, a lot of issues with blood pressure and strokes. Fuck. I mean, trashing your body, right? Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, type 3 and type 4 diabetes that they're being referred to, all these insulin-resistant diseases and negative outcomes. How about take care of your health? I don't care what your body fat percentage is. If you're going to make the argument, well, 20% body fat's no worse than 18%, fine. All right, there's going to be a range. There's going to be a range of body fat percentage. If you hate BMI and hate the fat phobia thing, understand that if you're round, if you look like a ball, if you look at someone, you can't tell if they're lying sideways or standing up, you're too fucking fat. If you look like a beach ball and if you have a gut and you're not pregnant, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's your body dealing with chronic inflammation, chronic bloating, chronic terrible lifestyle habits. That's the outcome. Just like you can build muscle, the outcome of your body will be building muscle. If you put your body under quality stress, proper X, Y, and Z, you'll build muscle. That's an outcome. You trash your body, that's the outcome. People that take care of their health, you can tell. Even people that are overweight or fat or obese that have lost weight, you can tell they look healthier. They have more energy. They're just logical people. I think there's a huge component of mental health. When we look at someone and we have a conversation with them, it's like how they sound, how they talk. Do they sound depressed? Are they all like the look in their eyes? Do they look kind of glossed over and just like a zombie? I think that's a lot of these like unsaid or unspoken. It's not just body fat percentage. You could be really like lean and just like skinny and emaciated, and you could be an alcoholic. You can have anorexia and you can have all these other issues for sure. So it's not just about, big. You could be really skinny and unhealthy too. But anyway, when you talk to someone, when you speak to someone, when you have a conversation face to face, or you hear them speak, or you look in them, there's always those things that you can't put your finger on it, but you can tell like that person just looks good. They look healthy. They have, they know how to handle themselves. You can just tell when someone's healthy, even if they're like bigger, like if they're in the process of getting healthier, there's just something about them that you can tell. I think it's just like their objective view of their situation and how they carry themselves, just that energy level. You can tell when someone takes care of themselves. Anyway, fat phobia is not about health. Okie dokie. All right. So this is just, if your feelings are hurt and you're frustrated with your life, just find someone to blame. Seriously, if you're going after a boogeyman like fat phobia, you're going to have a business for a long time. You're going to be able to hashtag that forever because it doesn't exist. You're just making it up. People that hate fat, okay, some people have eating disorders and they have body dysmorphia. That's a real thing. Fat phobia, you're making that up. You're making that up. You're making that up as a reason, as a scapegoat to blame, just like people that are blamed, just like society blaming, or the mainstream media trying to blame unvaccinated people for spreading a virus. That's not how it works. That's not how viruses work. That's not how this whole thing, that's not how it works. I mean, it's so fundamentally backwards. People just don't understand actual science. They never took a science class in their life. So you're having all this made up boogeyman. Blame fat phobia, blame diet culture, blame whatever it is. Just blame something. Find someone to blame, find a scapegoat. The Nazis did it. They blamed the Jews. Most cultures do. They blame, I don't know, they'll blame, I mean, even when we're talking about the government or big food and big pharma, it's like them. It's like, yeah, I mean, some people are to blame, but then other times you get your tribe that gets even tighter together. Like that's how you form one of these ideological cults, is you have an other, you have an enemy, you have someone that you're fighting against. Otherwise people lose interest. That's why countries go to war. It unites people, at least temporarily, because you're united against a common enemy. Now, whereas if it's a virus, it should be very objective. It should be very scientific. It should be, going after or improving people's health. Like our enemy is ourselves, laziness, not taking care of our health, apathy for our health, just getting really complacent with everything in our country. So unfortunately, the mainstream is trying to turn you against each other. They're trying to turn people against other people. And if you're not careful, you have this chick who's not obese, for whatever reason, just raging about fat phobia. That's not the problem. It's the individual that's not taking care of themselves. I think we need better education all around. I think we need, we're always going to say we need better education. But for fuck's sake, the government, media, no one talks about how to actually fucking get healthier. So they don't want you healthy. They don't. And why should they? They're mega corporations. What the fuck do they care about your health? They want you to buy. They want their Q4 profits to increase. Like, they don't give a shit. They just want money. They just want money. They just want money. They're businesses. They don't fucking care about you. They care so far as they'll make more money. That's not a conspiracy. That's just straight fucking logic, and that's fact. And people can't handle that. It's not complicated. It's very, very simple. Most people just want to pretend like they're not getting fucked in the ass and robbed every single day. But you are. You're getting robbed every single day with inflation and the money printing and these stupid fucking lockdowns and the retarded economic policies for some of these states and cities. That's what you're getting. You're just getting fucked in the ass and you don't want to admit it. You know you fucked yourself over. You know you're making terrible decisions for yourself and your life. So what do? Take responsibility or blame someone else. That's it. Take responsibility or blame someone else. You have two choices. It's coming from something. Someone's got to be able to, it's someone's fault, right? The reason why I have diabetes, the reason why I'm sick, the reason why, no, it has to be, what, you're suddenly unhealthy because, and I'm going off a little bit on I know we're talking about the vaccines and the masks because of the article that we had earlier about the 10 people that like guys with masks on or something. I forget what I was going to say. Oh, like all of a sudden, you know what's, and I'll end with this because it's a good rant. It's a good rant. Isn't it funny how all of a sudden in the last year or so, year or two, all of a sudden people pretend like they give a fuck about health? Think about it. They pretend like they give a shit. Pretend like they give a shit. As if health comes down to whether or not you got an experimental drug or not. But even aside from that, all of a sudden, it's my responsibility for you to be healthy. Come on now. How does that make sense? Your health is my responsibility. Your health is your responsibility. And that's the problem. It's because you never took responsibility for your health. That's why you're in trouble now. No one cares about their own fucking health. They pretend like they do. They're delusional. They're entranced. They're mesmerized. They're just kept in constant fear. And when you're afraid, you're just going to lash out with anger. And you're not being rational. You are not taking care of your health. You never have. All of a sudden now, you're going to continue to not take care of your health and pretend like it's everyone else's fault that you're not healthy. You want to know people that are scared? Guess what? They probably should be because they're not healthy. Why is it bad to be scared? Okay? If you're dealing with COVID and you're wondering like, oh my God, I'm unhealthy and I haven't taken care of myself. Yeah, you should be fucking scared. But you should have been scared before. You should have been scared 5 years ago or 10 years ago. You didn't give a fuck then. Now all of a sudden you're acting like, oh, you care and oh, I'm so scared. And then it's everyone else is the enemy. It's not you. And you're your own worst enemy for the last 20 fucking years getting fat, trashing your health. You are your own worst enemy. You still are. You're just given a pass to blame others for your fucking problems. And that's the issue, right? If you give away the responsibility, then all you're going to do is just complain, bitch and moan, and create divisiveness and not get anything accomplished. Or you can take responsibility for you being fat, you being fucking lazy, you trashing yourself. You're your own worst enemy. You don't need another enemy. You don't need a scapegoat. There is no scapegoat. It's just you. It's just you. It's just you. Just you. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. It's Swole Slut Saturday. It's Swole Slut. Saturday. That was a good rant. I hope it made sense. I kind of blacked out. And it's so, look, if you're not taking care of your health, you should be afraid. You should be afraid of diabetes. You should be afraid of Alzheimer's. You should be afraid of Parkinson's. You should be afraid of cardiac arrest. You should be afraid of all those fucking things because you're at higher risk for all of them. And if you have any kind of new virus that takes out the unhealthy, the elderly and the unhealthy, pretty much the unhealthy. And let's be really clear about this. You say, oh, attacks the elderly and unhealthy people. I don't want anyone to die from anything. Okay. But check this out. Okay. It's the elderly and unhealthy people. Well, guess what unhealthy people become after a long period of time? They become fucking old. So these older people they're fucking unhealthy too. They're just old also. It's always going to come down to health. It's always going to come down to health. If you're a healthy fucking 70 or 80-year-old, you probably didn't have any problems with it. It's just attacking old people. It's attacking old, sick fucking people. And it's attacking younger, sick people. It's attacking sick fucking people. Shocker. Like the flu, like anything else. Like anything else. It's called survival of the fittest. Doesn't mean you need to be able to bench 225 to survive, but it's kind of what nature does. The strong survive, and it doesn't mean strong lifting. Doesn't mean cis, white, heteronormative fucking male or whatever bullshit. It means you're taking care of yourself. You're doing what a human should be doing. If you think it's normal to be in an office for 15 hours a fucking day, sitting in front of a computer and eating food out of a fucking bag from a window, if you think that's what humans are supposed to be, you've just completely lost the plot. I mean, what do you expect is going to happen? You haven't gotten vitamin D in a decade. You haven't eaten a fucking, I don't know, something that's not processed from like a pig's asshole for a decade. You stand up like once in a while. I mean, look, old people are just sick people that lived longer, that made it that far. Come on, it's so obvious. It's like anything else. All right? It's like anything else. Okay, is it more serious than other things we've been exposed to? Yeah, well, novel viruses are. That's why it's called a novel virus. But let's not forget the fundamentals. Okay? Let's not forget the fundamentals. Everyone is trying to distract you from what you can do to actually be healthier. Far be it from me, like giving you a reason, aka making that fucking kashish. But that's what it's about. It's about power. It's about money. And it's not about getting you healthier. Otherwise, you would hear what we talk about every single day for the past 6 or 7 fucking years. It's so obvious. It's so obvious, but we all know that. We're all swole-pilled here. We know what's going on. We take care of ourselves, and that's why we've been so successful. So take care of yourself. Be healthy. Otherwise, you're going to have fucking problems. Shocker. Let's get this. All right, here we go. Let's go to this fucking swole card. God damn it. That was a rant. Scrolling. Swole slut, swole slut, swole slut, swole slut. 3, 2, one more time. Nothing. Goosed it. Winner. We got a winner. Kashina Williams. Congratulations. Swole Slut Saturday. What the fuck is wrong with people? No one knows. Congratulations, Kashina. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swolecard 2080 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Very, very much congratulations. Thank you very much for being here today, fam. It was a wonderful episode. Let's nut this beach and have a great rest of your evening. Oh, I thank you, Falcon. I had a great time too, Falcon. I had a great time as well.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
That's so wonderful. That's so wonderful.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
What happened to your queer party friends?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
My name's Forrest Gump.
Mr. Strickland!
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
Fucking people.
Chlorophyll? More like chlorophyll.
What are you looking at, butthead?
I'm your huckleberry. Just my game. Shampoo my crotch.
Thank you so much, fam, for being here and sticking through another amazing man cast. It's the Swole Tuck. The Swole Tuck, Josh. That's a new thing, huh? You gotta tuck it swole. How do you do that? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. That's Swole Tuck, baby. Tyrannical Tuck. The Tyrannical Tuck.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
I like to caress rusty spoons. This is Marjorie Stewart Baxter.
You make me happy.
Ooh, the Tyrannical Tuck.
How shall we fuck off, oh lord?
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
You would fool me, Tommy.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
Quick release. And of course, if you were just listening, you wouldn't have seen the tactical execution of that piano cock. Man, was that fantastic. How did I not mash those keys? It's just perfect every single time. On fucking point. Another one in the bag. Another one in the bag. Right, Papa? Right, baby girl? Another one? Daddy crushed it again. He crushed. He fucking crushed. It was a great episode. What do you think? What do you think? It was good? Not impressed? What else is new? The tactical tuck. I really want to know. I'm really curious what the tyrannical tuck. There's the total tuck. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of options. I thought there was just one. I thought they just tucked it back. They just tucked it. There's a tyrannical tuck. Like a tyrannical tuck. Like you can really just, it's just savage. It's just, it's like pulled back. Oh, tyrannical tuck. Oh, all right. I'll leave you all with those lovely dreams. Join the fam today. Check us out, swolenormousx.com. Fantastic. All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow for Red, White, and Swole Sunday Fun Day Q and Anus. Lots of Q's, lots of A. It'll be a fun time. Yeah, I'm so afraid to Google it. I'm totally not doing it. But if you do it, I don't know. Just explain it. I don't want to see any pictures. I don't need that in my head. It puts the balls underneath its butt cheeks. I found Mr. Winky. Reminds me of Ace Ventura. All right. Anyway, yeah, don't Google it. Google it, but yeah. All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow for the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Funny Q&A. It'll be great. Let's see. We'll follow up in the Telegram chat if you keep on wanting to chat tonight. It's Saturday night, so I hope you're all being good and enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll see you tomorrow we'll take a lot of questions. We could talk more about tyrannical tucks and all that good stuff. So we'll see you tomorrow for episode 20, 80 Schwam. And remember, on Monday, we have our accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time, live call with the fam accountability meeting Monday, January 17th, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So that's noon. And that'll be episode 2082. And if you're not a member, you'll miss that episode. So join today over there at swolenormousx.com. All right. We'll see you then. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in